So the issue with incorporating more activities into your lecture is that as an instructor, you ultimately have to look at those activities and provide feedback on them. One great way of making this extremely efficient is to also incorporate self and peer evaluations for any activities or homework assignments that you do. Not only is it a great way for students to actually master the material, but it also gives instructors a way to really speed the grading process. So to access that, what you would do is click on this check mark. Here you would have a list of submissions. This is the information that you get. This is what we call the instructor grading interface. So what I have here is I have an activity that had two criteria, an effort criteria and a creativity criteria. It's by Grace Giebelhausen. If I don't want to know that Grace completed this assignment, I can hide it and look at it anonymously. If I want to have the criteria for the assignment up on another window, I can click the criteria. They'll show me the model response and the two different dimensions of criteria. Here I can adjust the settings. So the settings gives you a suggested grade. So do I want to look at a suggested grade that is the mean of peer grades, maybe just the self-evaluation, maybe the mean of all grades? And that score will appear here in the Your Grade box. So this is what grade the instructor ultimately assigns the activity. This is a bar graph with the different scores, the different self and peer evaluations. So the author themselves gave themselves a 4 out of 4. Their peer graders gave them a 3 out of 4. So now we have consistency between the peer graders, but not so much among the author. So what I might want to do there is click View Submission. And I say, well, you know, I can see where the peer graders were coming from. I'm going to agree with them and leave it as a 3. Okay. And I might want to provide additional feedback or not, because the student has already gotten feedback from their peers. I can also, as an instructor, rate what I think of this feedback. So Abraham Lincoln and Ben Giebelhausen here didn't provide that detailed of feedback, so I might rate it at a 2 level or maybe even below. I'm going to see these stars when I grade, and it will inform how much trust I should put in this grader. So it's just a great way to be able to sort of visually evaluate a submission very quickly. You can go through here, everything looks good. I have a little summary at the end, what the person's own score was, what their peers gave them, the initial suggested score by the system, the score that I ultimately assigned them, and the difference from their own. I can then just click Next, it will save, and I can go on to the next assignment and do this process again until all of the assignments are done. So it's actually a pretty quick process, and it's a great way, if you're going to integrate activities into your class, to provide feedback in a way that takes very little time on part of the instructor.